What's going on, y'all? Zay's Perception. In this video here, I want to talk about, I want to make a video for all my guys out there, especially if you're young, around the age like me. You can't get your queen or like a good girlfriend until you've started building your kingdom. Now this is pretty self-explanatory. I feel like this is pretty straightforward and logical, but I just feel like a lot of guys let their emotions play with them and let their emotions be the forefront of their actions. You know, there's a lot of emotional guys in this world nowadays, man. A lot of dudes who think with their emotions. That's what they want you to do. Think with your emotions, but you're not supposed to. Forget a saying, man. A dangerous man is a man that lets his emotions control him. That is a dangerous man. And I don't mean a dangerous man in a good way. So as a man, you have to be stable before you get your queen. You have to be stable mentally, spiritually, and financially. No girl worth having is gonna pick you if you don't have a car, if you're not in the process of getting a career, if you're not going to school for anything, if you don't have your own house. Because that girl is working on those things as well. You got to understand, a girl that is valuable, a woman that is valuable, she's going to want you to be valuable just like her. She's not going to downgrade. You know, a lot of guys got to really wake up and start smelling the coffee and realizing that this is reality, man. Women are hypergamous. They want to choose the most strongest dude that they can find. You know, I'm not talking about no hood rats. I'm not talking about dating a hood rat or nothing like that. I'm not talking about that. Because them are girls who don't even have self-respect for themselves. So of course they'll date just any dude. They'll date a dude that's on the edge, that's going to jail every day. I'm not talking about that kind of girl. I'm talking about a woman who's actually gonna share life with you and actually be willing to help you and actually be willing to help you maintain your businesses. But you can't how's she gonna maintain something that ain't there? A lot of guys want to jump the gun. They want a girlfriend. We all want love. I want love. I want a nice girlfriend. But I understand that I have to really get my career started and get my business going and really start taking charge out here as a man. Because you got a job, but that's not enough. A job is just simply not enough nowadays, bro. Like I said in my last video briefly, your job is gonna get taken over, bro. By AI, by artificial intelligence. You have to have something going for yourself. You have to strategically build your kingdom for the queen to come in. How you gonna have a queen without a castle? How you gonna have a queen without a kingdom? That don't even make sense. And a lot of guys out here think that girls will be willing to build with them. That's not how it goes. You have to have your foundation laid out first, and then she'll come help you. Women are just helpmates. That's all they are. They're not supposed to help you build. You're a man. That's why God put you on this planet. You can't go in any book, in any history of time, and find women building buildings with men. Now, I'm not saying in this great big wide world there is no women doing that, but there's not the exception to the rule. Typically, more times than not, 9 times out of 10, men are building this society. Men are the ones who's building things around. That's what we're designed for. Women are the helpmates. Women are the maintainers. Women are very smart. They're very emotionally intelligent. You can't get a woman until you are stable. And I'm talking about a woman that's worth having. I'm not talking about just a stankin' hood rat. It's a stupid dog barking at me. But yeah, you can't jump the gun when it comes to relationships, especially a relationship that is worth having, you know? Because we all want a good relationship, man. But you gotta put in that work for yourself first. I'm not saying you gotta be Jeff Bezos. I'm not saying you gotta be rich, but she has to see that you're stable. She has to see that you're mentally stable, financially stable. She's not gonna just be with you for no reason, bro. She's not gonna be with you because you're desperate and you say you're a good guy. Okay, you're a nice guy, but that's not enough. That's not enough. Being a nice guy is not enough, bro. Now, I'm not, it's some queens out here who love nice guys. But I don't give a damn if she's spiritual, she's genuine. She's going to want you to have a kingdom built. Something, some kind of stable foundation so she can help you. You have to have something for her to help with. If you ain't got no car, if you ain't got your own place, if you ain't got no business, if you ain't got no skills, no career, if you're not out here really taking charge in the world, why the hell would she be with you when she could be with another guy who's doing that? With the millions of other guys who's stable, who got cars, who got their own crib, who got a business, who going to school, who got a career. Women are hypergamous, but there's no need of being pessimistic about it. There's no need of being negative because that's just how they are by nature. Why wouldn't you expect them to want a stable guy? You can't get mad at women for wanting a stable guy in their life. Men, we take charge. We're the ones who's supposed to take charge. We're the soldiers. We're the builders. See, dudes are just too feminine nowadays. I'm not saying you're not supposed to express your emotion, but dudes are too feminine. Dudes are way too feminine nowadays, bro. A super feminine woman is gonna want a super masculine man. Some men haven't even stepped into their full masculinity. They're not even out here taking charge. They're not even in control of their emotions, but they're expecting to get a girlfriend. They're expecting to get a valuable, upscale woman. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. Stop living in that fairy tale. Get that reality out your head and really get out here and put in the work and become a grown-ass man. Then you will get a grown-ass woman. Like, bro, like, I don't know why guys wanna jump the gun so much. People just want everything so fast. I blame social media for this crap, man. I really do blame social media for a lot of this crap. I blame social media. It's too much easy access, too much easy dopamine. You know? You got a bunch of thirsty women, a bunch of thirsty guys, all of us thirsty. Guys and girls, and women. Thirsty. Just looking for dopamine hits, just looking for attention. That's all people look for is attention. The guys do it too, not just women. Guys do it too, bro. Looking for attention, craving attention. It's crazy, man. If you're not out here really taking charge and being a grown-ass man, you're not gonna get a grown-ass woman. I'm sorry. And that's something that I had to accept. Because if y'all been rocking with my channel, y'all know I used to make some pessimistic videos. I wasn't calling women out their name, but I was saying don't approach them. Don't fool with them. Forget about women. This and this and that, making them stupid videos. But you don't have to be pessimistic. Just do the things necessary to get a nice girlfriend. It's as simple as that. I don't know how else to put it. Ain't no girl worth value gonna want no guy who's not stable, man. I'm just saying. And I know this is cliche, but once you really start focusing on yourself, that's when things fall into place for you, bro. You'll be surprised. I'm not talking about just faking it like you're focusing on yourself. Because that's what a lot of guys will do. They'll say they focusing on themselves when they're really not. When you're really meditating, when you're really building your masculinity, when you're really focusing on your business, focusing on working out, focusing on developing more skills, getting to this wealth, when you really are focusing on yourself, when actually focusing on yourself, not pretending, when you're really focusing on yourself, you'll be surprised at things that come in your life, bro. You'll be surprised. You will be surprised the things that God will bless you with when you focus on yourself. When you focus on you, the attention focuses on you, bro. See, people want to go externalize power. That's all people want to do, externalize. But they never internalize. So for all the guys out there, bro, you gotta start building that kingdom, bro. And y'all know what I mean. Stabilizing your mental health, stabilizing your finances, stabilizing your spiritual energy, your masculine essence. You have to build your kingdom. Ain't no woman gonna come back and fool around with you in your mama's house. She ain't gonna cook you no hot plate at your mama's house, at your mommy's house. She not finna rub your feet at your mommy's house. Like, bro, like, come on, bro. Grow up and see what's important, bro. Grow up. I'm not saying you can't date girls, but this video is basically for like me talking about getting a stable relationship and finding a valuable woman. finding a high quality, genuine woman. You ain't gonna find them unless you are that. You are what you attract. If you're broken, you're gonna attract broken. If you're ghetto, you're gonna attract ghetto. If you're stable in every way, you're gonna attract people who are stable in every way. It's that simple. It's just guys don't wanna put in the work. They wanna blame everybody. Because it's easy to blame people. It's easy to play victim. Instead of just going out there and actually putting in the work and actually getting the help and actually putting forth some effort into growing your business, growing your kingdom, doing what you have to do, exuding that masculinity so you can attract the best feminine woman. No, they don't want to do that. They'd rather just sit around and blame people for their circumstances because that's easy. That's the easy way out. People just want to blame people. Oh, it's their fault. It's their fault. I ain't gonna get a haircut. I ain't gonna dress better. I ain't gonna start my business. I ain't gonna get a car. Oh, it's just the woman's fault. These women are negative. They want to blame everything instead of analyzing themselves and instead of fixing themselves. Because when you blame everybody, there's no work for you to do. So that's the easy way out that most people take out. They want to blame everybody. They want to be the victim. You'll never get nowhere like that playing victim, especially as a man. You got to take accountability as a man. You got to take responsibility for your actions. That was my fault. I messed up. How can I make it better? You have to take responsibility. It's as simple as that. Thank y'all for watching this video. I'm out.